We have a 2023 Ford F350 here, diesel, and customer states no power and weird noise when you give it gas. They said that they replaced the hot pipe, which goes from the turbo to the intercooler. I look at it, it had 17 codes. The balance of the cylinder it was saying was wrong, which is essentially the amount of air to fuel is wrong. It said that there was exhaust gas pressure was wrong, boost pressure was wrong. So I was like, okay. Came in here, we smoked it. So we took out the smoke tester, filled the intake with smoke, started watching everything, and it actually started smoking way back there. And come to find out, with my little phone, you can see the smoke pluming out where the exhaust manifold meets the cylinder head, which this is the exhaust manifold. These are the heat shields for it. So Ford decided that the exhaust being in the center of the engine was a better thing for the turbo. And so we have exhaust in the center, intake goes around to the other side of the cylinder head. I'm taking this apart because these actually have a common problem of breaking the exhaust manifold studs, which makes sense because why else would the exhaust manifold be moving up? This is something where it takes about 15 hours book time to do. People can do it quicker, I'm sure, but 15 hours of labor time to get in here and replace everything. And then it depends on how hard those studs are to come out. It might be more. I'm really close to seeing there, or to seeing it. We just got to get this turbo out, which bolts to the block. So Ford says, remove the cat, which is this, right? And there's bolts way up there. I can't see it, so I'd love to show you, but I can't even see it. And then there's the driver's side pipe from the manifold to the turbo that you have to take off, but it's underneath it. And I was trying to reach down there and get this on there, but I couldn't really get it on. And then the bracket for the cat is in the way, and yeah. So there's the top pipe. There's one of those on the bottom. This one goes from here to this manifold. The other one is down there to this manifold. I have the nuts off of it, but way down there in a void is the rest of it. And I gotta take that clamp off before I can probably even jiggle this turbo loose. Wish me luck. Oh. All right, so fun thing. This is a lot harder to get to everything in the back, and actually they're telling you to cut some parts of the exhaust apart in order to get it down, to get the cat down and to get to some other bolts before I can get everything back there. I tried my best shoving my arms back there, getting wrenches on there, using stubbies and whatnot to try to get the last bits of what's on the back of the turbo off, but I can't. So right now the next step is take the cab off. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna show you how to do it because it's very intricate and I've never done it before on this one. So it's gonna be a minute, but I'm gonna get it off and then everything should be right there. And I should be able to take it apart. Should. I got the turbo out. I cheated a little, but all I did was loosen the bolts that hold the cab on and then lifted it up a tiny bit, and I was able to get my hands back there and get it out. But it's not gonna be fun going back together. And that is why we're here. So, broken studs. They're not holding the exhaust manifold down anymore. And exhaust is just pumping out of there. So looks like the rest of these are okay. I'm gonna let them soak overnight with PB Blaster so that hopefully they come off. And then tomorrow we should be going back together. But yeah, this is a horrible job if you own one of these trucks. So best of luck. I actually took off this side and found more. So both sides, front and back, well, back on one and front on the other, broke. So I'm not exactly sure why these break like that, but
definitely something to look out for on these.
So we got the manifold off, and this is the one that had smoke coming out of it when I took that video with my phone. And I'm gonna say, I can't quite put my finger on the gasket. So I think that's the problem. Yeah, so we got this one out, and you can see these three are kind of evenly colored, and that one is a little darker with maybe a little bit more fuel around it. But this one had the broken studs. A few of them came out for the studs, but this one, those broke. And then on the other one, the rear one's broke. I have one more nut to get off, but all these fuel lines are in the way. So I'm gonna do my best to get them nudged out of the way so I can get the last bolt for the driver's side one off. And then putting it back together after I get the broken studs out, which hopefully they just come out. The synopsis of this, the 6.7, I don't remember what this engine's actually called, but the 6.7 Ford diesel with the turbo in the center and stuff like that, this is a common problem with them. So if you have any kind of loss of boost codes, exhaust pressure codes, any of that stuff, this is probably what you're going to be looking at. I just went down to Ace and grabbed some bolts, 10.9 grade or up, because the OEM ones are more than a week out, and this guy doesn't want to wait that long. It'll blow the exhaust gaskets apart when they break, which is where all of the exhaust goes instead of going to the turbo. It's not a fun job. You got to take the cab up. I just picked it up a tiny bit. I didn't actually take it off, obviously. It is not fun to get in there and fix anything. I'm not going to show you how to put it together because pretty much the camera's just going to be pointed at my butt the whole time because I got to sit in here. But thanks for watching. If you like the channel, subscribe. We're going to be doing more of the fab stuff that we've got going on. And then of course, my Evo, it's got some problems, needs some love. And then we still have Steve's EG build coming up.